So this was much needed today. We got a Shadow X, or I just call it Shadow Generations, but Sonic X Shadow Generations Doom Powers trailer, and this is going to be very exciting to watch. I briefly saw that it existed, but now we're going to watch it together, and then we're going to go back and kind of like react to different things individually. Here we go.
Something calls to me.
Does it? I also just love that Black Doom's back, by the way. I don't like necessarily the suffering that Shadow's going through here, though. Doom Spears strike 5 times at once. Well, there was the arc. Well, we're definitely talking about that then. Oh, we get gameplay too. Alright. Also, it looks like he's also fighting gun mechs in these, by the way. Doom Blast, launch your enemies. Yo, we get combos? We get fresh combos? Yo, fighting game win. When we get the fighting game, oh, and that they go flying too. Like imagine Doom Morph, conquer all terrain. All right. Oh, okay, so he's a Splatoon now. But like the coolest Splatoon. If this was a DLC, I might actually play Splatoon. Of course, the Doom Wings soar through the skies. We knew about that one, to be fair. Hedgehog may cry. Go get it. Ooh. Also, we gotta talk about the stages, by the way. There's a lot that we're gonna definitely be going back over. Doom Surf. Surf and spin over the water. Water is like a nightmare in Sonic games, you know? The anxiety is the theme when you're about to drown. Metal Overlord? From Sonic Heroes. You sure are, buddy. You sure are. Nah, give me the game. Give me the game right now. Give me the game right now. We gotta start grinding out. We gotta start grinding out stuff to get revenue. I hate saying that because it sounds kind of scummy, but like no, we need to make sure we can afford this game when it comes out. So there we go. So now we're gonna go back through it and we're gonna just like react to individual stuff, right? Because oh my goodness.
Calls to me.
First of all, there was this. And this looks like, you know, obviously in Generations with the time gates and stuff that you would go through the different stages. All of a sudden, there's like Doom's eye right there waking up. I don't know if it's because this gate summons him or what's going on here necessarily, but it looks like that's what this is, right? So like through one of these gates, it looks like Black Doom maybe is communicating with Shadow. Shadow was going through his... It's also wild. I've seen this comparison, this jokes we made a lot, where it's like, you know, Sonic Generations, he was going through, you know, having a good time. It was his birthday. He had his friends he was saving, and it was nice. And then Shadow's over here just fighting for his entire life. Like, he literally just clutched his chest. So, like, that, and it sounds like bone cracking stuff going on. Probably not, but if it is, like, he's going through while everyone else is just kind of having a bit, you know, better of an adventure. Also, this is also, man, if I could just screenshot this for a thumbnail, that'd be sick. But just Doom Spears. So they look like the Chaos Spears, but they have like this black kind of like ink stuff on them almost. So I wonder if that means they're even, they're more penetrative, for example. They're more, because Black Doom had attacks when you do the boss fights, you know, with Shadow the Hedgehog, right? And he had some pretty devastating attacks, the meteors, the swift strike, and the twin lasers and stuff. So I wonder if it's going to be kind of like that on top of Shadow's powers that he already has, you know? Now the arc is somewhere here. I'm gonna be just doing this because I need to see it. I need it. There it is. You know I love me some Space Colony arc. If you're new here, then now you know. If you're not new here, then you already know. This is the hub world, obviously, that they've been talking about. That's going to be in the game, by the way, too. So it says down there Space Colony arc, and there. But I didn't know they'd have like a whole floating model. Obviously, it's probably not to scale. Don't get me wrong. That's unless that's in the distance, because then that would be to scale, because that thing is massive. And if it's like miles up in the sky, yeah, there we go. Obviously you can't see things like the eclipse cannon or the eyes from this angle. It's all darkened out, but again, with the reach that they're trying to do with a hub world to begin with, the fact that they're even just putting an arc model in it, I wasn't expecting like we're not gonna be able to go up to it and like go through all different rooms, launch yourself out the capsule room, or probably, you know what I mean? Would be cool. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think the tech and the space and the computage is necessarily there, but I like seeing the arc, so I'm fine with this already. But there's things we need to talk about. First of all, we get gameplay. Now, this stage, I'm going to be honest, I'm not recognizing. I'm drawing some blanks right now. The scaffolding and the pillars and stuff would make me think it's somewhere that had construction, perhaps. And I know one of the first stages that ever had that featuring Shadow was Radical Highway. But the only way this could be Radical Highway is if he was like in like an underground tunnel section. So it would kind of be like a new section for an old stage. Also, man, look at those spears. It kind of reminds me actually of like when you fight Solaris, the Super Shadow, and you can launch like a bunch of Chaos Spears when you press and hold the charge. Also, who are these cats that keep teleporting? Because I want to say, because those are gun robots, and that pathway up ahead is in fact Radical Highway. So maybe that it is actually just Radical Highway. Because remember, I have been staying away from watching most things until now. Now I'm just kind of starting to dive into it because I kind of wanted to surprise myself when I play it. But man, especially today, I need this. So we're watching this instead. But those are definitely gun hunters. So that's interesting. Obviously, if it's a travel through time, there was that era, Radical Highway, you were running from Gun. You just stole a Chaos Emerald from the military reserve. So it makes sense why Gun would be an enemy, at least, in some stages, like it was in Generations when you played City Escape and the whatnots. What I'm trying to see here is these things. Are those black arms? Or are those something new entirely? Because those almost look like Solaris, or not Solaris, but like Iblis, Mephiles enemies. Or maybe Dark Gaia even, but that would work because it could be everything from Generations on back, and Unleashed was there. I don't think we'd be fighting Dark Gaia enemies necessarily. The main big bad is Black Doom after all, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't recognize. Oh, unless those are like maybe like ghost-like enemies of enemies we've already fought. That might be. One of you in the comments has already corrected me, so that might be it too. Here's another shot of Radical Highway, and boy is it radical, all right. Look at this. Look at this, just the design. That's mad. It reminds me of Infinite, actually. I know Forces was after Generations, so probably, obviously, we're not getting any Forces stuff. But you know, like when he would use the Phantom Ruby and transform the Metro City? And it was just whack after that. Also, there's that again. Okay, I can pause. I guess I don't have to if we're going to be doing this way anyways, right? Like I can stutter step it. Oh, almost got a decent... Okay, so those are black arms? It's black arms or it's Kaisa evolved form from League of Legends. Which one? I'm going with black arms. But that is interesting. They look new, which I guess would make sense. Black Doom is back on the attack, so he probably would come with some new tricks up his sleeve as well. Because we're talking about a Shadow who's like post 06... You know, Maria's Promise, he's got it on lock. So Black Doom, if he's not going to be able to manipulate Shadow into doing what he wants, he just needs some new troops then to try and tackle whatever's going on. We'll see, because obviously new Doom powers implies maybe Shadow or Doom is in his blood. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe it's like a test kind of a thing. But that's interesting to see. Oh, I love this one. This one where he just wrecks house. Look at this. Good night. Go to sleep. You don't want this chaos controlled. Like, listen, buddy. Also, timeout. First of all, great camera work. As someone that appreciates camera work, look at this. And it's on beat with the song, too, which, by the way, is a remix of the BioLizards, you know, boss fight music. So we get like a 4th remix of that. And this one is hard on the guitar, and I love it. But we get this shot, okay. We get this shot, which I'm going to go on a limb, given all the lava, right? I don't know. Could you imagine if it's the same Black Arm Soldier catching a fade here? Which, by the way, now that I've paused this, yeah, okay, so those are Black Arm Soldiers. I wasn't peeping it because they were blue. For some reason, just changing the color threw me off. But see these claws and this design? This is like the Black Arm Soldier. There's the the Black Oaks, of course, which are the big ones, and the Black Volts, which are the flying ones. And you have the Standard Soldier. Looks like the Standard Soldiers definitely has some update. Maybe that's part of it. The updates, upgrades. Maybe that's part of it too. Also, the texture on them even looks amazing. But maybe just the regular Black Arms troops are even back, and they also have new Doom powers, since it was technically a hive mind that Black Doom was the leader of anyways. And Black Doom, he called himself the immortal life form in the final boss fight in Shadow the Hedgehog after all. So it'd be cool to see. But just the stage-wise, this looks like it could be Flame Volcano. I'm just going to put my neck out there, It's not fun speculating unless you take the risk of being wrong. And I imagine this could be what that is, because lava-wise, the only other thing I could think of is Lava Shelter. Correct me, what's some lava stages that Shadow specifically has had that I'm drawing blanks on right now? Okay, this seems like the underground Radical Highway area still. Is this the hub map? Is this, or Spagonia, I guess? Because this looks like the hub area, because it's like the void white space. So maybe you just fight enemies in the void as well. And I just think it's funny if it's the same one soldier and he just can't catch a break. Oh, and now we're in Kingdom Valley. He's still not able to catch a break. Here he is again. There he goes. And then this one, the Splatoon. Ink away. Man, that's the most monstrous looking one. Like if he, just like a transformation, you know, if that was the case, that looks like the most, you know, actually, guys, I know what I just said about forces, but let's see if we can get a shot of that, because that, my friends, that's a Death Egg robot, like the mass-produced version from Sonic Forces. Are we getting Sonic Forces content? Are we pulling, like, I was thinking, because someone mentioned this to me in the comments, and it kind of made me reevaluate my opinion of, like, well, Generations was 2011, so it's only things from 2011 back. But maybe no, maybe Shadow Generations is like, actually, we're going from 2024 back. So you could have Frontier stuff in here. You could have the freaking, that's what that is. That's what that model is. It's a downed, mass-produced version of the Death Egg robots that were, you know, destroying cities and forces that you'd have to take down, you know, AT-AT style. Oh, give me this game. I need something like this right now. Also, listen, Batman's like my favorite DC hero, and Spider-Man's like my favorite Marvel hero. Oh, every time we're web zipping of any kind, swinging at all, give that to me as well. Look at this. Put that in my veins. Now this looks like a Gaia temple. The architect reminds me of a Gaia temple. I'm not saying it is a Gaia temple, but it would mean Unleashed stuff, right? Because that could be an era that we get to just look at, like, what was Shadow doing during there. Doom wings soar through the skies. Oh, so we know about this one, of course. Because that's definitely Radical Highway, Chaos Soda, you know, all that stuff. This one is also Radical Highway, but these are water tornadoes, and it makes me wonder, do we fight Perfect Chaos also? Or it's just like what Shadow was doing while Sonic's fighting Perfect Chaos? Is that gonna be like a parallel we're gonna get? What do you think about that? Comment in the comments below. Obviously, the Space Colony arc. You love to see it. I love to see it. I'm never gonna not love seeing the Space Colony arc in all of its glory. So, what? Okay, so hold on. What was that? Y'all catch that? Who is this? This beetle-looking menace in the distance that we're. Maybe they're what's making the tornadoes, by the way. So maybe no on the chaos thing. But that's not like Black Bull or something. If that's a Black Arms, that's new. Of course, Doom Surf. We gotta get to the one part too. First of all, yes, absolutely. The anxiety that the underwater theme when you're gonna drown, but then this Metal Overlord. So from Sonic Heroes, plot twist. Some of you probably won't care. Some of you only know about Sonic stuff if I talk about it anyways. You've never played Sonic, you're probably not going to. In Sonic Heroes, spoiler alert, the main big bad, which you think is Eggman, is actually Metal Sonic doing a hostile takeover. So Metal Overlord is Metal Sonic after he's absorbed a lot of data from a lot of different things and transformed into this Metal Overlord, which he will rule an Iron Kingdom that he will spread across the planet. That's the kick Metal Sonic's on. Metal Sonic was in his edgy phase, I guess, if you want to go there. I think that word's overused, to be honest, but like that was his phase, you know, his rebellious teenager phase was 2004 Sonic Heroes, and this was the final fight where we had to go super against him. Meanwhile, Shadow's like, I don't need to go super. I can surf. Surfs up. Oh, it's so good to see him because the area that you're fighting in looks like the Egg Fleet. Obviously, possibly either a down version or a version that hasn't launched yet, or a factory that maybe produced the ships, because you're definitely not in the air, of course, or it's an Egg Fleet as in fleet on the water. But nonetheless, look at them. The model did not look that good, obviously, in 2004.
I am the true ultimate life form.
Oh man. Give me this game. Also, Kirk's doing a fantastic job voicing Shadow in this. Something about the way that he's firm, but he's also added like a calmness to his Shadow voice, and it sounds fantastic. Also, there's the Gerald's Journal from the last video that I was talking about. Now, someone mentioned that it might be possible to collect this in-game, and this is if you want to just have a physical copy yourself. And to that person, I say thank you, because if that's the case, cool. At least we can kind of have it in some regard. That would be cool then. Nice. But yeah, there's the trailer. I'm gonna end the video because it ran a bit long. And thank you so much for watching this reaction. What do you think? Because you heard me. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for small reason. You gave me the Space Colony arc. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, come on. Don't be shy. Yeah, there it is. But it's just ticking all the right boxes, and it's crazy because it's nostalgia in the grand sense of things. But it works. Sometimes nostalgia works. There's a way to do nostalgia correctly, basically, and they're doing it right now. They're doing it. I want to replay Shadow the Hedgehog so bad and redo all the paths. So bad. There's so many people that are actually now playing the game like on Twitch and stuff, and they're doing that challenge, and it's great. Like that Sonic Gamer, for example, is one that sticks to mind because they're doing like 3 paths every day. But there's other people that are now streaming Shadow the Hedgehog and for the first time, and or they also are doing the paths. I'm like, I want to play Shadow the Hedgehog now. I have the game in my closet. I just don't have a system to play it on. But anyways, that's all for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. I don't know which video will be next. We just have to wait and see. So until next time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching.